Hi, I'm Crystal, and welcome to The Crazy Life of Crystal. So today's topic is about adenoid cystic carcinoma, or ACC for short. ACC is a rare, aggressive, but slow-growing cancer that is typically categorized as a head or neck cancer. This is because it's usually found in the salivary glands. It can also be found in other areas of the body, such as the breast, the lacrimal gland, lungs, brain, the trachea, and the paranasal sinuses. Unlike many cancers, the disease-specific survival is 89% at 5 years, but only 40% at 15 years, which reflects the deaths from late metastatic disease, mostly found in the lungs or liver. Primary treatment for this cancer is surgical removal with clean margins. This surgery can be challenging in the head and neck due to the tumor's tendency to follow nerves, and different nests of the tumor can exist without any connection to the original tumor. Because of this, radiation is often recommended. Chemotherapy is sometimes used for metastatic disease, but on a case-by-case basis because chemotherapy has not shown to be very helpful with ACC. Primary treatment for this cancer is surgical removal with clean margins. This surgery can be challenging in the head and neck due to the tumor's tendency to follow nerves, and different nests of the tumor can exist without any connection to the original tumor. Because of this, radiation is often recommended. Chemotherapy is sometimes used for metastatic disease, but on a case-by-case basis because chemotherapy has not shown to be very helpful with ACC. The signs and symptoms of ACC are often subtle and may consist of a lump, pressure, or a dull pain in the affected area. Most of the time, these symptoms get misdiagnosed as a minor issue. The problem with ACC is that its slow growth and tendency to spread far and wide means that the cancer may spread and have been growing for years before you even start to feel its symptoms. Although a similar circumstance happened to me, I consider myself one of the lucky ones. I complained of a sore spot on my neck, and my primary care just kind of blew it off and told me that it was probably from an infection my body was fighting off, and it was probably just a swollen lymph node. I went on with life and even had my son. A few months after that, I started experiencing excruciating headaches and was exhausted day and night. I went back to the same primary care physician, and she just chalked it up to one of my pre-existing conditions, which also caused headaches, but I could tell this was something different. Then I mentioned to her about the sore spot on my neck, which she dismissed a year earlier, and she did her physical exam, and when she felt my neck, it was still sore. So she thought it was kind of odd, and she recommended that I get a CT scan. So once the results were in, it showed that I indeed had a tumor on my parotid gland, which is right here in this area where my scar is. So they weren't sure from the CT scan if it was cancer or not, but they were certain that regardless, because of the area, it needed to be removed. So my doctor signed me up for surgery, and after the surgery, I woke up and the surgeon told me that my tumor looked angry. And he was almost certain that it was malignant. He informed me that he was unable to get all of the cancer because it was along the nerve, as ACC tends to do. and that he got as close as he could and also hit the nerve, which left part of my face temporarily paralyzed. Temporarily, thank God. So they sent off the tumor to pathology, and once the pathology report came back, it was confirmed that it was cancer and it was ACC. Because they were unable to get all of the cancer, the doctor recommended that I have radiation therapy for 6.5 weeks, Monday through Friday. It was a very different experience. They put what seemed like a cage over my face, and I was bolted down to a steel bed where they literally sent beams of radiation to my head and neck. The procedure itself only took about 30 minutes each day. And at first I really didn't feel any symptoms the first week or the second week. But by the third week, I started to feel just this burning sensation. They told me that it would basically be cooking me from the inside out. So, which is why I probably didn't feel it the first couple of weeks. But when I did, it was awful. The skin started to deteriorate, and all you could see was just like a grayish mucus. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. But it took a while, and the skin did heal, as you can see. But it was definitely one of the toughest points in my life. Well, close to the brain surgery. But I will say that I feel very lucky. It is a very scary feeling to know that, you know, this type of cancer, they will never give you you're in remission, because it is so likely to return. A lot of cancers, once you're cleared for 5 years or maybe even 2 or 3 years, then they say you're in the clear, you're in remission, you're good. But because this is a aggressive yet slow growing cancer and has a tendency to hide just wherever, they have to continuously keep watch. So I wasn't able to ring the bell. I've never been told that I am in remission, but they use the term NED, which is no evidence of disease, and currently I am NED. So that is my story of how I got ACC and how I got through it. I will say that for anyone who is battling ACC or any type of cancer, this is really a test of faith, and to stay strong and keep fighting. And as always, we hope for a cure. That's all we can do. Keep fighting, stay strong. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching.